and I'm a bit younger, a bit fresher, got a few more tricks in my pocket. So if I can do it, I can do it. I can get Fury out of there.
Do you see that? If that's a fight that happens, you see yourself knocking him out?
Yeah, 100%. I see myself getting him out. I can actually see it as well because I know I can get to him.
Fabio Wardley stepping into Oleksandr Usyk's camp sends a jolt through the heavyweight landscape as preparations for the looming Tyson Fury showdown take a darker, more dangerous turn. This isn't a routine move, it's a calculated escalation, a warning shot. Wardley arrives carrying raw power, bruising grit, and ruthless intent, sharpening Usyk's tactics in brutal sparring sessions. Fans and analysts now whisper about shifting momentum, wondering if this volatile alliance could fracture Fury's advantage before the first bell even rings. Fabio Wardley grinding alongside Oleksandr Usyk is already sending shockwaves through the heavyweight scene, and the tension inside camp feels unmistakably real. Fraser Clarke's reaction cuts straight to the point, spotlighting Wardley's savage power and unbreakable toughness, and underlining the danger he injects into every session. His relentless grit and bone-rattling shots make him an ideal weapon in sparring, pushing Usyk to sharpen his strategy under pressure, all while the shadow of a potential Tyson Fury blockbuster looms closer with every round.
With Fabio Wardley on a couple of occasions, what are his biggest qualities?
Well, you don't need me to tell you nothing more than he can punch very hard. You only have to ask my face. Yeah, he can really bang. And he's gritty. He's tough and he's gritty. That's definitely his strength.
John Fury doesn't mince words, making it clear that Tyson Fury would be foolish to overlook Fabio Wardley, a fighter who has earned his moment and grown more dangerous by the day. Training alongside Oleksandr Usyk only sharpens the threat, blending Wardley's raw power with elite experience and calculated strategy inside camp. This alliance fires a warning across the division, forcing Tyson to confront a rising, formidable challenge that could quietly rewrite the dynamics of any future clash.
These other boys, Fabio Wardley, Ajit Kabiel, they've earned the right to fight Usyk next. They really have. And there's only 3 heavyweights.
Duke McKenzie cuts through the myth, stressing that Tyson Fury's legendary aura doesn't guarantee invincibility when real danger is closing in. He warns that even beating Fabio Wardley wouldn't automatically seal greatness, exposing just how serious the threat truly is. With Wardley sharpening his edge alongside Usyk, Fury now faces a younger, heavier hitting, and more calculated opponent, a reminder that past fame offers no shield against what's coming.
Obviously Fury's got his own fans and people that think that he is a legend and one thing and another. Well, that's all well and good, but you've got to look at his resume. It doesn't stack up. Not to the great fighters. It doesn't stack up. So, he is where he is. Like I say, if he beat Fabio Wardley, that doesn't make him great. That doesn't make him great.
Simon Jordan gives credit to Tyson Fury's remarkable achievements, yet subtly points to fractures forming beneath the shine of his legacy. Past victories no longer guarantee safety, because Fury is staring down a very different level of danger. With Fabio Wardley aligning himself with Usyk, the landscape shifts, forcing adaptation or exposure. Jordan's insight suggests even the most decorated champions can be pushed into unfamiliar territory, and Fury may soon be tested in ways he has never truly faced against this volatile new alliance.
Tyson Fury's mouth drags it back into the gutter at times, but I also think that some of his achievements have been quite remarkable. And, he's come back and won fights and achieved things at times that I didn't think he could. Anthony Joshua on the whole has been...
John Fury fires a chilling warning, claiming Fabio will end you, and the message lands like a threat carved in stone. Training beside Usyk turns this into more than sparring. It's a calculated alliance sharpening Wardley's violence and intent. Any future collision won't be easy, forcing Tyson Fury to finally respect the raw power and cold precision now racing straight toward him with no mercy waiting.
I want Tyson to box after Dillian White or Chisora, and I thought after the Ngannou fight that was it, but he's tried to stay retired. He's not an happy man, and he says he's got more to give.
Gareth Davis zeroes in on the dangerous mix of resilience and unshakable self-belief driving Fabio Wardley forward, a combination that feels rare and increasingly volatile. Training alongside Oleksandr Usyk only intensifies those traits, sharpening Wardley into a genuine heavyweight threat. His relentless determination and gritty presence in camp signal a fighter gearing up to challenge anyone, including Tyson Fury, armed with mental steel and raw power that's already unsettling future opponents.
But there's something doughty and resilient and determined and dogged, and there's a resilience and self-belief about Fabio Wardley that.
Derek Chisora praises Fabio Wardley's exceptional talent with a tone that borders on alarm, warning that he is almost impossible to box against once the pressure rises. Linking up with Usyk in training only sharpens that danger, refining Wardley's power, strategy, and ring intelligence into something far more lethal. Chisora's bold comparison to Muhammad Ali isn't casual, it underlines a rare blend of instinct, confidence, and potential. Any future fight against Wardley, especially for Tyson Fury, demands total respect and meticulous preparation.
Gets it wrong. You don't box this guy. It's like, how can I explain it to you in a way you understand? You can't box him.
He's just too good.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, you can forget good, he's amazing. Yeah, he's great, he's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation. You understand? We have to give him the credit where it's due. Yeah? He is that guy.
Liam Goff breaks down the sharp intelligence and tactical mastery Oleksandr Usyk displayed against Tyson Fury, pointing to how Usyk quietly seized control in the early rounds, outworked Fury, and ignored the distractions of showboating. He stresses that even a version of Usyk operating slightly below his peak would still present a serious problem for Fabio Wardley. Training alongside Usyk now gives Wardley direct access to elite-level strategy, footwork, and movement, accelerating his evolution inside camp. Goff's assessment makes it clear that while Wardley will face real challenges, the fusion of Usyk's guidance and Wardley's raw power transforms him into a legitimate danger for Fury, hinting that any potential clash would be fiercely competitive and a strategic chess match that captivates fans and analysts alike.
Like you look at the first Usyk fight, the first couple of rounds that Usyk was clearly winning out, landing Tyson Fury. You'd so many people saying, "Oh, Fury won like round one," where he didn't land anything, and he got hit a couple of times because of the showboat. And he didn't do as much of that in the rematch, interestingly enough, with Oleksandr Usyk. But he is very smart in there, Tyson Fury, and I keep saying we need to really see what he looks like in his comeback fight before we can make any assessment or any judgments. If he's, say, 10% less of what he was in both Usyk fights, I still think that's enough to beat Fabio Wardley. I do. I'm not saying he wouldn't have his, hardships in that fight, certainly.
Frank Warren reveals that while talks are alive, nothing moves until the terms are locked in, a reminder that every step is being measured with cold precision. This cautious stance exposes the calculated planning behind any potential Fabio Wardley matchup, stripping away the noise and focusing on readiness. Behind closed doors, Wardley is grinding relentlessly, sharpening himself alongside Usyk while negotiations quietly unfold. As discussions drag on, anticipation thickens, because this isn't about hype or rushed decisions. It's about timing, preparation, and stepping into something real. When the contracts finally fall into place, Wardley won't be walking into speculation, he'll be walking into a high-stakes test designed to punish any opponent who underestimates what's coming.
He said that he wants to fight, but this fight will only happen when the terms are agreed for him to fight. And as far as I understand at this moment, that's not been done. So the terms have got to be sorted out, and then I'm quite sure if that is the case.
Oladipo makes it unmistakably clear that a clash between Fabio Wardley and Tyson Fury would explode on every level, both competitively and financially, shaking the heavyweight division to its core. He stresses Wardley's readiness and burning hunger for the challenge, while exposing the enormous stakes now hovering over Fury's legacy. For Wardley, this isn't just another fight, it's a doorway to the very top, a chance to carve his name into boxing's elite. For Fury, it's a dangerous collision with a relentless, powerful heavyweight who carries both skill and ambition. Oladipo's analysis drives home that this volatile mix of Wardley's rise and Fury's stature would instantly dominate headlines, fueled by drama, massive money, and career-defining consequences that neither man could afford to take lightly.
I would love to see the Fabio Wardley fight. I think that's a great fight. I think that's a big fight as well. Fabio Wardley would love to get that call. Tyson Fury, I mean, that's jackpot financially. He would love that call. For Fury, it's a chance of becoming a world champion again, which obviously isn't Fury's drive, but I mean, it's a chance to become world champion.
Fabio Wardley openly confirms that Tyson Fury sits firmly in his crosshairs, recognizing Fury as one of boxing's biggest names and most unpredictable characters. This isn't reckless talk, it's calculated ambition. Wardley's intent to share the ring with Fury reveals growing confidence, sharpened further by his time training alongside Oleksandr Usyk. That partnership adds layers of strategy, discipline, and elite preparation, signaling that Wardley isn't chasing noise, he's positioning himself for disruption. He's building toward a moment that could fracture the heavyweight order. Fans should expect a focused, fully armed, and motivated Wardley, while Fury now stares at a younger, stronger, and technically refined challenger ready to test him in every corner of the ring.
Option for me would be Tyson Fury. That'd be the name. He's obviously a huge name, big character in the game, and a big name within boxing. So yeah, someone I'd love to hop in the ring with.
Tony Bellew makes it unmistakably clear that Fabio Wardley has crossed into dangerous territory, emerging as a real force in the heavyweight division. He points to how Wardley has reshaped himself both physically and technically for this moment, even fine-tuning his weight to extract maximum performance when it matters most. Training alongside Oleksandr Usyk only sharpens the edge, fusing elite strategy, hard-earned experience, and raw, fight-ending power into something far more complete. Bellew's insight makes it clear this evolution isn't just about size or strength, it's about intelligence, timing, and preparation. Wardley's technical growth now matches his physical threat, turning him into a legitimate problem for anyone who stands across from him, including Tyson Fury. Fans and analysts can see the shift happening in real time, a fighter transforming into a complete package, adaptable, powerful, and calculated, signaling that Wardley is no longer knocking on the door of the hierarchy, he's preparing to kick it down in a career-defining statement.
I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed his actual feet down because Daniel Dubois.
Frank Warren lifts the curtain just enough to hint at the quiet storm building behind Fabio Wardley's rise, pointing to intense behind-the-scenes movement and calculated maneuvering within the heavyweight division. Details remain deliberately sealed, but the message is clear, nothing about Wardley's path is accidental. His camp is moving with purpose, methodically laying groundwork for major fights while sharpening his edge alongside Oleksandr Usyk. That secrecy only deepens the tension, fueling intrigue among fans who sense something significant taking shape. Wardley isn't simply training, he's being positioned inside a precise blueprint engineered to elevate him into true contender status. Every move, every alliance, every decision is deliberate. With this level of preparation, any future collision, especially one involving Tyson Fury, promises to be anything but simple. Warren's comments underline a slow-burning strategy where skill, intelligence, and elite camp influence converge, suggesting Wardley's emergence could seriously disrupt the established heavyweight order.
I mean, I can't speak on their behalf. All I know is that, you know, they were obviously, it seems there's been a...
Oladipo lays out a sharp, layered view of Tyson Fury's comeback and the ripple it sends through the heavyweight division, making it clear that Fury's return instantly elevates him above rising names like Fabio Wardley in the rankings. But that status comes with an edge of danger. While Fury commands attention, Wardley has been quietly building something serious, training strategically alongside Oleksandr Usyk and refining his power, timing, and ring intelligence. Oladipo's breakdown warns that reputation alone won't secure dominance, because Wardley's preparation and adaptability inject real uncertainty into the equation. A potential clash wouldn't be a formality, it would be a volatile collision where experience meets hunger, strategy clashes with instinct, and youth presses hard against legacy, setting the stage for a fight that could be far more competitive and unpredictable than many expect.
Who will Tyson Fury fight in 2026? Yeah, Tyson Fury is now officially back. Officially out of retirement again. I would never believe Tyson Fury when he says he's retired.
Fabio Wardley aligning himself with Oleksandr Usyk has fired a clear warning shot straight at Tyson Fury, and the message is impossible to ignore. Under Usyk's guidance, Wardley's raw power, relentless grit, and rapidly evolving technique are fusing into something genuinely dangerous within the heavyweight division. Analysts are buzzing, insiders are whispering, and fans can feel the tension tightening with every training update. This isn't hype, it's momentum. Fury is no longer looking at a distant prospect, his staring down a younger, sharper, and far more calculated threat than ever before. The real question has shifted. It's no longer about whether Wardley is ready, because all signs say he is. The question now is whether Fury can withstand the collision of youth, strategy, and unforgiving power when it finally comes crashing toward him. So boxing fans, the stakes are set and the debate is live. If Wardley and Fury finally collide in the ring, who walks out on top?